How's everybody doing? We're going to shoot a video number 2 real quick for the booster pump install. I'm going to show you a couple things that I did, and you guys can decide what you want to do, but I'll go over it a little bit. So obviously right there you can see I have the booster pump mounted up. That's where I mounted it at. I do have rubber dampeners behind it, behind the screws. So that's going to dampen it from any vibrations or anything, and it's going to let it cool. It's going to provide some area behind the booster pump to cool it if it ever gets too hot. Right here, I'm going to show you where I'm going to mount my, where I plan on mounting my relay, and it's actually right on the stud from the bottom of the FPDM. I'm going to mount that right there. I don't have it completely ready yet, but I'm going to mount that right there. I'm going to show you something else I got done. I have all this kind of fabbed in. I do have a battery in the back of my trunk, but this is the power wire for it, the main power wire. I'm not quite ready yet for everything. This is just mocked up. I had one of these fuse for an old system I had, so I used it. It's actually too big of a fuse. You want to use the 30 amp fuse back here. I have it running around, and it comes out right over here, but I have it running where I kind of want it right now. We'll go over the relay real quick. I'm going to show you the one I got. It's a DEI. It's a 12 volt DC 40/30 amp. It is a 5-pin. There's an extra pin in the bottom of it, but I'm not going to need it. Anyways, I'm going to probably mount that right there. Then I'm going to have to splice into the FPDM harness. This is pretty much the only wire right here. It's going to be this green with a yellow tracer that you're going to have to cut open and use. None of the other ones I believe right now don't need to be cut. So this is pretty much the only one. I'll go over that in detail later. Actually, I'm going to do that for the next video, because I'll show you all that stuff once I have everything pretty much in place. Another tip I'm going to throw out there real quick is leave the fuse on there that comes with the booster pump, because that's always going to tell you which wire is the fused wire you need to know. Some people say that you can cut them off because they're not needed when you do certain things. Just leave it on because you're going to always want to make sure you know which wire is which, because if you cut it and then you end up cutting these wires and splicing and changing things, you might lose track of which wire is which. So just leave it on there and don't ever cut it shorter than that. You should have plenty of wire there to use. That's pretty much it for right now that I'll go over, but that's just kind of the main thing in the main spots. You're probably going to want to mock yours up too, so you can get all your wire lengths to where you need it to be. I'll go over part numbers, and I'll put all the information for that relay up in the SIG, or in the caption at the bottom. Anyways, but that's just video 2 real quick, and pretty simple and easy. I'll probably go over a couple other things in the next video, but I wanted to shoot it real quick.